Welcome guys to my channel. This is Webull Traders. I'm going to be talking about natural gas and what I think is happening. You know, we've seen a rally from like 1.75 to 1.86, almost 10 cents. Well, kind of almost like, I want to say like 17 cents close. Of course, it came back down after having a 6-7% run. So that being said, let's get going. See you shortly. So what's going on, guys? Webull Traders, and like promised, I'm making my weekly videos. So in this case, let's talk about natural gas. I want to keep it short and simple, what I think and what I think is going to happen. Obviously, I want you guys to remember this is not a financial advice whatsoever. This is just my opinions of what I think natural gas is doing, and you guys can put your own 2 cents when it comes to trading, because remember, it is your money. Use it when you need it, like that commercial. Anyways, so one thing that I want to show you, I do have a descending resistance right over here at this level. So, you know, we saw that it rejected 3 times. It didn't quite reach this area right over here, which it would indicate if it does reverse, you know, it might want to come back down to around here. So what's going on? Why did it rally so much? One of the main reasons is that we started having bullish weather. So remember, when we are in the widowmaker months, right, which is no actual demand of natural gas during those months, right? So what happens is, if you are getting some demand in widowmaker months, that's kind of, you know, a sign for people to go long, because the market is not used to having cold winters going into spring. So they all kind of, you know that this month needs to be, you know, low demand. So when you're adding demand to the widowmaker months, for obvious reasons, people are going to buy, people are going to go long, because the consumption is going to go high. So what I'm watching is, have I well, let's go back one second. So what I'm watching is that natural gas, it's still trending higher, right? So for the last three trading sessions, you know, we had a very nice rally, kind of all the way up to like a 6.7% rally on natural gas, which is about close to 18% UGAZ. Did I short it? No. Why didn't I short it? If I said in my previous videos, if it's 3 to 4% rally, you know, short it. Well, for obvious reasons. So let's get over here. So if you guys looking at the ensemble, the weather ensemble, so this is the GFS ensemble. By the way, it's courtesy of HFIRweather.com. So make sure you guys, if you want to support me, make sure you look at the description below. I do have the link to HFIR Weather. It's only 150 bucks for the entire year. So that's a lot cheaper than paying what I used to pay, you know, about $1,000 a month to have the kind of the same type of weather models. They're a lot more descriptive when it comes to, there's a lot more stuff to it, which is stuff that I didn't really care. I just care about the main things, the actual weather maps and the TDD. So heating day degrees, cold day degrees combined, they're equal to total day degrees, which is TDD. So if you guys look at the trend, you know, we've been kind of getting more bullish weather coming in, right? So we have a couple of days or a few days that we had negatives, right? But the negatives are not enough to kind of offset the positive numbers, right? So 14, we got a big day here, we got another big day here, and then we had a few small days. So overall, the trend has been higher. So did I short it? Not really. What about the last day? When was it? I believe it was Thursday. Did I short it Thursday? That is a very, very good question. I actually did. So what did happen? So you guys know that at about 9:30ish, we're gonna have the actual weather, the EIA report for natural gas. So from previous experiences, knowing that we had bearish weather the previous weeks, you know, I said, you know, I'm just going to short it at market open. So I did actually wait it a market open, because obviously we did had a very, very nice kind of pop. There you go. You guys see at 9:30, we did have a kind of nice, very nice pop coming in all the way to about 1.68. So kind of the same area. So let's call it 1.87. So around 1.87. So I saw it rejected from 1.87. The report came out, went up, went down, whatever you want to call it. So when it came back up, I decided to short it at this level. Then it came back down. I waited, and then it went back to 1.82. I saw that it kind of recovered. First green candle. I'm like, this is going to be a B-shaped recovery, and I got out. That was pretty much it. I just played the report really quick and left it at that. Good thing I did, because yes, did I miss all this nice run all the way to 1.8? Yes, but I'm not going to be picky. I'm going to stick to my guns, and I like that trade. That trade was actually pretty nice for me. So again, we got a descending resistance, descending support. So technically this area right over here should be a rejection area. Again, should be, but having bullish weather coming in, who knows, right? So just keep that in mind. We've been adding some TDDs overall to the weather model, so just be careful if you're going to be shorting. I did not swing anything. I'm just going to wait and see what other surprises come up, right? Because this is actually a surprise. If you guys saw my last video, you guys saw it right over here on the gas weight TDDs, which is the chart that I showed last video. It shows that we're kind of flattening out right around 223, 224, 225. So it was kind of flat. We did not see this coming, this nice kind of reversal on weather model. So we didn't see this. We didn't have this right here, right? We didn't have that back then. So throughout the week, this has been low, slowly increasing. And the latest run, which is the black one, the black line. So what is the black line? Let's see. Let me delete this. Okay. Still getting used to this. Okay, so the black line is the run that happened on today, 2:15 at 12Z. So the 12Z weather model, which is the ones that I mainly focus, is the 12Z and the 00Z. Don't ask why. I just focus on those. I think traders also do focus on those two weather models besides the 06Z and the 18Z. So 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. I don't think that they actually care that much for traders. Anyways, so again, it was kind of flattening out last week, but now we see kind of reversing and gaining some TDDs. The other thing that I'm showing right over here, the 1 to 5 days is actually not too bullish. It's somewhat. The 6 to 10 day, definitely not bullish, but I think the first 10 days already priced into the price of natural gas. But once we see this 10 to 15 days, that's kind of pretty bullish. Most of the United States will be covered under this cold weather pattern, and it seems to be holding for a little bit long. So that's something to take into consideration. So I think traders were reacting to this 10 to 15 day weather model. If we look at the other one that I like, which this is the North America model, kind of getting towards the 260s, 300 hours, which is right over here. Right over here. This is where we see this nice pattern right here of cold weather holding all across the United States. We got the northeast of the United States, also Midwest, and some of the west side of the United States as well. So that's something to take into consideration when you are trading. Let's look at the Northern Hemisphere. So this is basically what also other more sophisticated, more knowledgeable traders are looking. They're looking for patterns like the ridge pattern in Alaska, Arctic air getting warmer than normal because it should push downwards some of that cool weather to the United States. We see when it's warm up here, it's cold down here, right? So that's something I also utilize kind of to make my decisions. What should I do right now? I'm out of gases. I'm going to wait. Patience is a virtue. So I'm going to wait to see what the other weather patterns are showing up. So especially Monday. Monday is going to be the extended forecast. So that's something I need to pay attention to. So that being said, what I'm going to be doing, again, I'm going to be on keeping an eye open for shorts. So whenever I think that weather models might start turning bearish again, I will start shorting it again. And like I said, I think it was back in January. February, I'm overall bearish. When it comes to March, April, we're starting to get into the summer months. That's something that I'm going to start considering going bullish. So what is March, April-ish, I'm going to start thinking about going bullish into natural gas. Why? Well, that's because it is summer. And when it's summer, you have warmer than normal conditions, and that would happen to cause the power burn companies to actually have more natural gas consumption, especially when then natural gas or the switch from coal to natural gas, it's a lot more higher during those times, because right now natural gas is pretty cheap. So it's convenient for companies that make electricity to use natural gas, especially because it's a clean source of energy versus coal. If you guys also notice, I don't know if you guys been watching the news, but a lot of coal companies are going out of business because there's not enough demand for coal, especially during this global warming. It's all over the news. If you guys also saw the Fed meeting, there was a guy that was talking about, how now global warming was might be affecting the financial markets, causing the sea level to rise, things like that. So I think going forward in the future, they're going to be putting more emphasis on clean source energy. So natural gas is one of them. So might that, be the possibility of an increase of natural gas consumption? Maybe. When? Not sure. I guess when everybody starts deciding, hey, it's time to consume more natural gas. So that being said, I'm going to keep my eye open for natural gas going short, and I will see you next time. See ya. Thanks for watching.